Hi everyone, it's Shilpa here, and I know it's been a while since I did a video, but a lot's happened. I was in a car accident last Friday, and thank goodness, like, I'm okay. My kids are fine, they were in the car, but yeah, it was just an awful experience. We all had minor injuries, and I think this week has just been really tiring. I've just not been myself, but today I'm feeling much better, and I decided to do a video because I've not been on YouTube for a while and I was missing it. So it's going to be really simple, and it's going to be a quick card tutorial, and I thought I'm just going to do something without all the fuss of flowers and lace and all my usual, you know, extra bits that I put on. It's just going to be layers of card and paper. So I pulled out some beautiful dies from Tonic, and these are some recent ones that were sent in an additional package along with my DT stuff, and it's the freehand stitched rectangle layering die set, and you get 7 dies in this, and you can see the variation of the sizes, and I love the stitch detailing on this and the really nice size dies. So I've got this set. I've also got out this one, which is the Essentials die set, and it's the Eastern Oyster layering basic die set, and there's 8 in this, and this is what they look like. I've also got my favourite strip dies. These are my favourite sentiment dies ever, and Tonic have 7 different words. I've got a video on these. I'm going to link it below if you want to go and check them out. So I'll be using the With Love. And then I pulled out some of my old dies. This is an Anna Griffin one, so it's a nice way to incorporate some of your old dies with your new stuff. And then this die here, which I think I purchased off eBay a few years back, so I got this because it sat quite well within the rectangles here, and it wasn't overly fussy. So these are my dies, and I've already cut out my layers just to speed up the process, and I'm going to show you what I have. So for my card base, I've used those stitching rectangle dies, and I've used the second one to the largest because I love this faux stitching detail. It's just amazing. I love it. And all I did was I cut out my card base. It's a top folding card, and I've placed my die where the cut edge was just above the crease, and then that gave me my card base. I've also used another one of the layers to cut this beautiful piece out, and I will quickly, I'll put it away. I'm going to get out and show you the paper pad I used for this. So I used the Perfect Moments by First Edition, and the reason I like this one is because the dark and the light colours really work well together. So that is the reason I used that, and because it's a crisp looking card, I thought the dark tones looked really nice against the bright white, and this particular paper has the embossed detail. So this is my first layer, which is going to sit on there, and I'm just going to get this stuck down. So my first layer is going on flat with some wet glue, and if you're wondering what glue I'm using right now, this is the Deluxe adhesive by Nouveau, so it's a Tonic adhesive. So this is the one I'm using, and I love it because it comes with this really fancy bling top, like all the other drops they do, like the crystal drops, etc. So the packaging matches. So I'm going to get this layer down like this, and this is the embossed page from the paper pad. Then I've cut out from another sheet that eBay die that I shown you earlier, and I thought it was a nice contrast against that dark one, and this is going to go on some foam pads because I want a slight lift. So if you've got a lot of dies, maybe just get them out and layer some contrasting colours together and create some cards that way, and because they do look very effective. So I'm just going to remove the backing of these foams, and again I'm going to centralize this like that. So I've got a bit of a shadow because it's on some foam pads. And then I've taken the Anna Griffin die, which I've had for the longest time, and I've cut out a white die cut, same white as the base, and this is 200 GSM cardstock, and it's from the range, and this is a matching white which is going to sit in the middle like just there. And what I'm going to do to this one's going to go on flat, so I'm just going to put some wet glue on the larger areas of the die cut like this. And that's going to go in the middle as well. So if you haven't noticed, I like everything quite symmetrical, so you can see how effective that looks with the dark and the light. And then I've got another one, another piece of that paper there, and I've cut out one of these die cuts, and it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th one down, and this is going to sit in the middle here, and this is going to go on some double-sided foam pad, only because I want a bit more dimension in the middle. And I think I'm going to go in with 2 layers because I want it more dimensional than the first layer. And because there's no flowers and like bows or butterflies going on this like I normally put on, I can go in with a bit more depth and not worry about it because there's not crazy embellishments going on this card. So this is going to sit in the middle. Again, quite central. Put this down. And then for my sentiment, the strip die that I've used, the With Love, I have cut them out, and I'm going to quickly show you how I stick them together. So I've shown this before as well, and I find this is the quickest and easiest method. Just dab the glue on here, and then I'm going to use the shadow layer to put this on. So I've got a craft coloured card for the word, and then I've got the shadow in white. So again, I'm using the light and dark contrast. And then for my edges here that aren't glued quite well, I'm just using a strip of paper with a bit of glue on the edge, and I'm just going to go in with it and just swipe some glue on here because it's so thin. I don't think the nozzle will catch this, so the quickest and easiest way is to just put a bit of glue on a bit of paper and then drag it underneath. And that's left me with this, and this is going to sit here. Now I'm thinking, do I want a bit of shadow behind it? I think I do. So again, I'm going to use some foam pads, and because this bit's quite thin, I'm going to cut into my foam. So just halving a few of them, so I can use the fat ones in the fat areas, like this. Maybe I can get away with putting one here, just about, and then some of the ones that I've cut I'm going to put here, and one here. And I'm not going to go right to the end because I will be snipping off a tiny amount as well. Maybe I want a tiny bit in the middle there so that it doesn't sag in the middle. And then that will all be even. And then take the backing off your little foams. And so that when the foam eventually over the years they do dry out, the drop off, I'm just going to add a tiny amount of wet glue so I know it'll be secured on there forever, unless you want to rip it off. So that is going to sit more or less central like this, and then the overhang, I think I'm just going to go in at an angle and just snip it off like this. So that's that. That looks so pretty and really effective. And because it's such a simple card, I thought I'm going to do the inside, and you can see the stitching detail from that die. Such a good quality die. It does carry on the inside. So I've cut out 2 more layers, one with the single stitch, see the reverse, you can see the single stitch, and the same white card with the double stitch. So these are just going to go on flat for my insert. Really simple card, just a matter of getting out all your papers and cards and just layering them with your dies, whatever dies you've got, new, old, fancy, plain frames, fancy frames, plain frames. You can just use a lot of dies just to layer, and just use contrasting papers to make the dies pop. So that is my insert finished, and that is my card. So it's a really simple card, really quick and easy to do, just using simple dies and just contrasting colours. So I hope you enjoyed this very quick video. I know it's a very simple project right now, but I was missing YouTube and I thought I wanted to do something, and this was the perfect thing to create for you today. So let me know what you think, and I also want to say a big huge thank you to everyone who found out about the accident and was calling me and messaging me and just showing a lot of love. So thank you so much. You all mean so much to me, just great friends that I've made on YouTube and Facebook, and long may it continue. So thanks again for stopping by, and I'll see you soon with another video on my channel. Take care, bye.